What is up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Thursday Night Live number 19. To those that came and seen this yesterday, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I said it for yesterday. I was kind of out it yesterday. When I normally, what's up, Hootie Hoo? Normally, when I have to work my day off, it kind of screws things up. Yep, TNL. So how's it going, everybody? Hey, Hootie Hoo, you ever going to rejoin one of these? I miss you, buddy. But we'll see who we get in here tonight. We'll try to get this rolling. Hopefully we can make it as enjoyable as we possibly can. And hopefully we can have an active night like last Thursday. That would be cool. Hootie Hoo, your house is always wild. I mean, always wild. Yep, I'm still alive. Also, Mike has made it.
My Android device had a mind of its own. It decided to turn off my freaking Wi-Fi for no apparent reason.
Oh, you rode for 2 miles last weekend? You road warrior, you.
Who is this?
Hootie Hoo.
Oh man, he's catching up to Cycle Cruiser.
Hey, Around and Around made it tonight.
Hey, AAA.
Planning to ride to Missouri. You're going the wrong way, Hootie Hoo. You need to come north.
I heard they're a little damp down that way. What did I do with that?
Missouri. That's the actual name of that's Misery.
Misery. I watched that movie. It wasn't that good.
What movie was that?
Misery.
Oh, you're going to a bike rally. Hootie Hoo's going to be a big bad biker in a bike rally in Missouri.
Is he going? Does he have his leather jacket? His cuts? Actually, I haven't ordered them yet, but I do have colors to get. I'm just not allowed to wear them while I'm riding. Go figure.
You got your chaps, too.
There's buttless chaps. He's just swanky, ain't he?
He's one of them cruiser people. You and a gang. You and a gang, Mike?
Not a gang and a club.
SCRC 401?
No, $2.99 now. That's the chapter I'm in. I'm watching the live chat on the side too. That's all.
Oh, okay. You gonna get a tattoo, huh? You rebel.
Get a tattoo.
You gonna get a tattoo of your mama's name.
I want to get your name put across my knuckles.
Oh wow.
This fist has got your name on it.
Yeah, but see, every time you want to do that, you got to go get it taken off, and then add a new name.
No, that's why you just put your name on across the back of your hand. Not a specific name, just your name. I'm too lazy to keep and too cheap to keep on paying for tattoos.
Well, see, on one hand, you put your, and then the other put name.
Just misspell it. I'm a YouTuber.
No, you write it backwards so they can read it.
Yep. I've seen a whole thing, Hootoo. The whole series. I've seen it.
I refuse to watch Sons of Anarchy.
I'll give you a spoiler alert. He dies at the end.
I refuse to watch Sons of Anarchy because I already got pretty strong opinions of motorcycle gangs.
Actually, some gangs are, well, they're not gangs. They're motorcycle clubs, MCs. They're not allowed to have gangs in the United States anymore. But most clubs are pretty decent. There's some bad news out there, but most are all right. I mean, you don't go crossing their lines with your cuts on. No, that's just disrespectful. You know.
I fly my own colors. I fly my own colors. They can get over it.
Hooty-hoo. I didn't like the ending either. I didn't care that he died, but he ruined a perfectly nice motorcycle hitting that truck. That was the thing I cried about. Not the Harley. Don't kill the Harley. The old flathead.
Yeah, Rodden's been all right. Rodden's been doing all right. Bike's been doing good. Starting to get chilly. I think this morning it was like high 40s.
Time to start putting the liners in.
What liners? I don't have liners. I just have to layer. I've been I have a couple base layer shirts that are insulated. I've been wearing those underneath, and I got a fleece I wear that zips all the way up. And with that and the chin skirt, my neck stays warm.
He can't hear or see anything. Only chat.
Oh, he said his connection was bad.
He needs to look up a better connection for AAA.
Well, no, he's out still. He's out in the mountains. Wow. Already. That's amazing. 4. I got 4. That's awesome. I got 4 thumbs down.
I should give you one.
That's fucking awesome, guys. That means I arrived.
You made it to the big time. Big time.
Christ, we only got like 5 or 6 people watching. I got 4 thumbs down. That's amazing.
Well, you figure 5, 6 people watching, and that's including you and me.
Yeah. And there's only 2 people that are actually
Communicating.
active in the live chat. So don't you just love it when people hide behind that?
Oh, tell me about it.
But anyway, thank you for your penny.
Thank you for your penny. The 1/10 of a cent. Cha-ching! Yeah, Hootie, I've moved on from Sons of Anarchy to Games of Thrones.
I don't watch that either. I watched the first. I watched like the season 1 through 3. My mom has the box set.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get into it.
The last season is coming up. But we may have to wait a couple of years for it because the shows are going to be like 80 to 90 minutes long. And there's only going to be like 6 shows.
I watched a thing there's a YouTube called Film Theory or Film Critic.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he was talking about how the whole Game of Thrones universe, how they basically wrote themselves into a corner, and there's no way they can end it in the amount of time they have left to do in the season.
Nope.
They're saying they wrote themselves into a corner.
Breaking Bad was. I didn't get into Breaking Bad.
I watched the first 2 seasons. I wanted to like it, but I couldn't get into it.
The one show that I liked, it was an old show, it was Oz. I did like that.
I didn't get into Oz either. I'm not really getting into a whole lot of like. Let's see, what was the modern show I tried to get into? The 100. The problem is I lose interest and I just don't keep up with it.
I followed the first couple of seasons of the 100. They twisted it too much, and I really didn't care for it. You know what I mean?
Like the only one I really got into was The Walking Dead, and like 3 or 4 episodes into like the last season that was showed, I just quit watching it.
I've missed I think 3 or 4 seasons of The Walking Dead. I mean, they must be up to season 10 now, 11.
I don't know. It's the thing with me is now is it's starting to get really convoluted. Well,
okay, I'm gonna shut my phone off for the live chat part.
That's fun.
Save my bandwidth.
Yep. So who else we got out there besides Hootie Hoo and Round and Around?
Everybody raises their hand, but you can't see them.
I started to have more commercials than show. I said, like halfway through it, I just kind of, I don't know if it's just I lost interest or thought I just had better things to do.
Well, The Walking Dead, I got up to with a season right before they met up with that one group of people that started basically slaughtering the main group.
All the saviors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, they killed off the one group of saviors. Then they were leading up to the season where they were meeting their main group. You know what I mean?
Well, it ain't so much they was meeting them. It's just which that was the season I kind of like 3 or 4 episodes in. I kind of just like quit watching it.
I mean, I'd love to kill me some zombies. Long they're not zombie ninja werewolves.
All right, Hootie Hoo, man, take it easy.
See ya, Tutu.
You gotta go eat dinner.
Wait a minute. I think this is a little more important than eating dinner.
You gotta eat.
What kind of people we getting in? They can order out and have it delivered in. They're not even on video, for crying out loud. They're not in here with us. They're just typing it in.
Yeah, but it's probably family quiet time.
Oh.
I can respect that.
Family quiet time in my house is when everybody was sleeping.
Oh, I don't know.
And we actually sat at the table to eat. And I made sure no cell phones or anything came to the table. My kids didn't have cell phones.
Cell phones weren't around.
Yeah, they were.
Well, when they were around at that time period, if you what's up, Bandit?
Hey, Nav.
If you wasn't around, if the only people that had phones back then are people that needed them.
Most of them are flip phones. They're huge.
What time? Flip phones. That was around. I don't know, early. Or like late 90s, early 2000s when flip phones were real big.
Yep.
I remember the first flip phone I got. I still got it somewhere. Old Motorola T720. That was the first flip phone. I paid I paid $340 cash for it.
I paid about that much for mine. We had the it's a Motorola, but we went through Sprint for it.
It was the, let's see, its big selling point at the time was it actually had a color screen on the front. The inner screen was a color screen. The outer screen was the Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
It was a lit display, but it was just simple text.
Mine was either just the text and regular phone. That's all it was. There was no screen to it.
Yeah,
But that thing lasted us for 4 years, 5 years, no problems.
I had mine for 3 years, and it was pretty beat up by then. The battery cover didn't stay latched anymore, and the paint was pretty well peeled. It looked pretty bad.
See, the one I had, the whole back was a battery, and it slid off through the bottom.
Oh.
And I actually bought a used phone just to steal a battery off of to put onto ours.
Oh, you had an old StarTAC.
That thing was hideous. I mean, I ran it until they phased it out, the service out.
Mm-hmm. I know. Let's see here. That was about the time when camera phones were just starting to get popular.
Yeah.
And I was at a convention with it, and I had it clipped on my pocket. and the phone didn't have a camera, but there was a little circle that had an M in it. I remember I was at the convention. I was going to go through the dealer's room. Oh, no pictures, no pictures. You got to turn your phone down. I said, it doesn't have a camera on it. Well, you still can't have it. I'm like, are you serious? There's no camera on it. That's the logo. I was like, okay, whatever. So I left it, went around, came back, got it back. I mean, that was the biggest thing. And then I remember, see, the phone I had Alltel as my provider, and AT&T offered the same phone, but there was a camera module attachment that they offered you could get for it.
Yeah.
That hooked into the bottom charge port. And you can only get it through AT&T, and it only worked with the AT&T phone, because my phone didn't have the software to use that module. Yeah, I remember the whole analog phones. Matter of fact, my first cell phone, the big selling point for it was the first digital phone, and the digital network wasn't even there.
My first so-called smartphone was a Crackberry.
So was mine.
Not a BlackBerry, a Crackberry. It's a cheap knockoff that only crackheads used.
Oh no, I had a BlackBerry. Actually, no. My first smartphone wasn't a BlackBerry. My first smartphone was a Windows Mobile phone. I still have it too, a Motorola Q9C.
In fact, I had my Crackberry whenever I picked up the Go.
Let's see, the Moto Q, I remember buying that. I bought that cash too because I wanted a smartphone. I can't remember how much that was. I think that was like $400. Yeah, smartphone for $400. Not in today's world.
Why?
Well, you can. As a matter of fact, I think my next phone is going to be an Asus phone because they got good prices.
I mean, look at the price of my Blue.
And it's hilarious because back when smartphones were starting to get popular, you only had BlackBerry, or no, they weren't really getting popular. You had BlackBerry and Windows Mobile. Those were the two devices. And then when Apple came into the game, which pretty much mainstreamed the whole smartphone world, and then Google came in with Android. I remember when the first Android phone launched. T-Mobile was the only carrier that carried it. It was the T-Mobile. HTC made it. It was such an obscured phone. It looked It's funny because you look at like Android 1.0 and 1.3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's hideous compared to today.
Well, it's just like whenever I mentioned right before we came on about how I was going backwards from using my cell phone to my tablet. And that's only, what, one generation?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I believe it was you that mentioned how the Blue phones are basically like a iPhone knockoff on their looks. I've actually had people not too long, well, just really recently, think that my Blue phone was an iPhone.
But yeah, because the unibody construction just looks like a phone. It looks like an iPhone.
I mean, I have the magnet covering where it says Blue on the back of the phone. I said, oh, that's an iPhone. Like, no, I took the cover off and showed them behind the magnet and said, it's blue. I like my Androids.
I still got my Nexus 6. I still use it. I think I'm going to go back to Android after this, though. I don't know. Just because I heard what the price of the next iPhone is going to be, and
it would be nice if they would kept the Android backward compatible with the accessories better.
What do you mean?
All the apps for the older accessories don't want to work well with the newer Android I have.
Well, a lot of that has to do with the app developer. That's not really Android's fault. That's just the app.
I understand, but that's kind of what I meant. Developers should be able to make it so it's more backwards compatible. You know what I mean?
They can. It's just what happens is they either don't want to go back and keep updating the script for it, or they move on to something else.
I mean, it's just like I got my Bluetooth speaker. It works great, but I have to keep manually going into the settings, removing it, and have it repair to use it. I'm like, come on, this should be fixed, you know?
That sounds more like a Bluetooth frequency problem than a software problem.
I've got two of the speakers, and they're both doing the same thing. They're from two different companies, probably made by the same company, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure.
My blue one sounds raggedy nowadays. I've had it for a while. I got a new black one. I carry around on my bike. Gotta have my tunes, dude.
I never got into the mobile speakers.
I get it. I spend a lot of time alone waiting for things. And I find it nice just to pop up my music on my cell phone and play it through the speaker. Sounds much better than the phone speaker.
That's what they make headphones for.
Yeah, but I don't want to be wearing my helmet either. I could play it through my Q2 with a cord.
You could get a pair of wired headphones pretty cheap.
I've got a couple of them. Look like what I'm using right now. They're just bulky. Little round thing, you hook it onto your dash. Hey, you're good. You get a chain and put it around your neck like they used to do with the big clocks.
I'm gangsta, yo.
Mm-hmm. I got me bling on.
Got to bring back the big old boom boxes. There's a Huawei Honor X4X. The Huawei makes good stuff. See, over there, Huawei is actually offered under carrier plans. Over here, Huawei, there's no carrier really offering them. You got to buy them through Huawei.
I do like that a lot of the services you could bring your own phone in now. That's most of the services now.
Yeah. Well, the Huawei Honor 4X. I mean, are they up to like the Honor 8 now?
I don't know. I don't keep up with that.
I think they're up to the Honor 8, which is coming out here pretty soon, or is already out.
Well, there's going to be a bunch of releases with different companies because Apple is coming out with theirs. You know what I mean?
I watched the debut of the. Yeah, there's definitely an Honor 7. I watched the debut of the new Note 8, and then I seen the price they're asking for that. I just kind of laughed. I'm like, really?
People pay it.
Well, that's like the iPhone 8. For one like mine, it's gonna be well over $1,000.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be well over $1,000. And then Apple said blame Samsung for the price.
Blame Samsung for the price?
Yeah, because the Note 8's just shy of $1,000.
We'll just send a Tifa over and beat them up. They'll attack anybody.
$1,000 phone.
That's a lot of money. For something that's out, it's going to be outdated in 6 months.
To put things in perspective, this phone, I bought it through AT&T because it's the cheapest way to get it. The actual out the door price of this phone out of my hand through AT&T is like just shy of $800. Now after 2 years, it's paid off. But
after 2 years, do you know how badly out of date it is?
yeah, there's a P10. Yeah. Huawei makes a lot of phones. There's also the Oppo phones, which they're not very popular. A lot of those companies are starting to talk about the Chinese. They're Chinese, like Huawei's Chinese, Oppo's Chinese. Who else? There's another company I can't think of. It's starting to get popular. It's Chinese.
The Chinese. I like the 2 cans on a string. You get pretty good reception with that.
The biggest problem you run into with the Huawei phones and the Oppo phones is they're international phones, and they're not made. They don't support all of the network bands that are in the US, because a lot of those phones are for quote emerging markets. That's what they call them, emerging market phones.
I never thought of that. My phone's international.
Yeah, it's unlocked phone.
And it may not be compatible with all the different systems. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no. It's more or less network side. Android's Android. It doesn't matter what region it is.
Okay.
It's more like network side, like cellular bands.
Okay. I mean, I have to lose my SD card to make it. If I go international with it, which I found was a bummer. But it worked.
No, because all you gotta do is pop your SIM out and put the other SIM in there. You don't gotta take the SD card out to use the second SIM slot.
Well, it's set up so you can use both SIMs if you wanted to.
Yeah, but if you're gonna be out of the country anyway, there's no need to keep that SIM in there.
See, I wouldn't go out of country as well. They probably wouldn't bring me back, let me go back in. See, oh yeah, we know you. We're not vetting you. No, you give the United States a bad name. You're not liberal enough.
Liberal.
Well, it looks like after Sunday, we're going to get a little bit more dampness coming our way.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Looks like the hurricane is going to come right up the east, right up the Appalachians.
It looks like the Honor 8 unlocked, depending on which flavor you get, the 64 or the 32. 32 gig Honor 8 is looks like it's around $235.
I'll keep with my cheapers. Actually, whenever you and I sat down, was looking at cell phones for me, this is actually a model up from what we were looking at.
Yeah, because I was pointing you more the I forget which one I was pushing you towards.
And I paid less because I waited a while, because this model just was released right before I purchased it.
Yep, winter is coming.
Who said that?
Nev.
Nev, you must be watching the Game of Thrones. If you are, the winter's here.
This is the Studio Selfie 3, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I could not find any YouTube videos on this model other than the sales pitch from Blue. Whenever I got it. And the biggest difference between mine and the Selfie 2, was that it didn't come with a screen protector, and it didn't come with the earbuds. If I would have gotten the 2, I would have gotten the screen protector and earbuds.
Yeah, I was actually pushing to the Studio XL. That's what I was pushing you towards.
I couldn't remember what the biggest difference between the two. It was the cameras. I believe it was.
Well, the XL is a bigger XL.
I couldn't imagine having a huge phone like that in my pocket. This is bigger than my old one.
Here's a 2-year wait for the next season. Is there a 2-year wait? Jesus.
He's talking about the Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Actually, it might be next year, but they're saying, yeah, it could be 2 years. The wife is, Michelle's getting all the books read.
Is she?
Yeah. She's getting them every which way she can. She got the second one in digital format. I told her, I said, you know what, if you're getting all of them, you might as well just go ahead and purchase the paperback, you know? That way she has all of them in a series.
Wait, they make a $27 phone?
Yeah, plug it in the wall.
No, it's a basic phone. It's got big buttons. I need to buy this for my dad.
Yeah, those ones they make for the seniors.
It actually has a flashlight in the top of it. That's cool.
Isn't there a help button built onto it too?
There's an SOS button on the back.
Yeah. If it had access to Google Maps, it had GPS, I would go. Well, it has GPS. If it had access to Google Maps, I might get it for the freaking bike for $20-something.
Yeah, I don't think it has that. Wow, really? The Nokia 6 is that cheap?
Because you think about it, I mean, a cheaper phone just to use as a GPS would be cool, you know? GPSs anymore.
Why is the Nokia 6 that cheap?
Because their batteries burn.
No, that's not Nokia.
They say let them burn. That was a Samsung problem that did that, wasn't it?
The Note 7s. The batteries would catch on fire.
I want to get a cell phone that's a
Oh, might have lost Mike.
I'm here.
There you are. Oh, Christ, they make a rugged candy bar phone. Huh.
So
Blue
get a
does make
cell
a-
phone, get a party line, and share a line with somebody from China or someplace. That way you pick it up and say, "Can I have the line, please?"
Yeah.
I remember the days. You used to pick up and listen to your neighbors.
Yeah, I've heard about those. There's still some people that do have party lines.
I couldn't get over. There's a lot of areas in Ohio you still can't get high-speed internet. Of course, they don't put satellite internet in with high-speed internet yet anymore. If you understand.
What the hell are they doing?
But they're running that to the house, the Ohio House right now, to get high-speed internet all through Ohio.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We have high-speed internet here. I just don't want to pay for it. Someday I will. Whenever I get my second good Roku.
How's that thing treating you?
The one for downstairs, that is an awesome, still works good. Every once in a blue moon, it'll lock up. All you gotta do is unplug it, let it sit for a few minutes, and plug it back in. But you gotta remember, that's plugged in and running 24/7 behind the TV after the heat, you know? Now, I do have the original Netflix Roku box. It's something to look at.
It's something to look at.
The remote was lost whenever I got it for it. I got the remote for it and everything. And yeah, it'll come up. It's something to look at. That's about it. Really can't access too much because, well, it's just so old. And since you can buy, actually, I was going to say equivalent to what I have downstairs. It's actually better than what I have downstairs for $30 now. I'm going to go ahead and just pop it and get another one and put it downstairs and bring the old one up here to the bedroom for my larger screen TV. Then I want to get surround sound and have it like I'm in a theater up here. I mean, whenever I'm watching my YouTube motorcycle videos on the big screen, I mean, I want the full effect, you know?
You want that HD DVD quality.
Yes. I would like to have Blu-ray, but my TV's only 1080p.
That's all mine is.
But I'll get a sound bar and get surround sound going, and it's going to be like, is it live or Memorex? Boy, is that an old commercial.
It's live.
I mean, could you imagine watching like Star Trek or something like that, or on with all that noise? Oh, my neighbors complain down the road. Definitely would have to recaulk my windows. I have an awesome surround sound on my desktop. I could probably try to figure out how to hook it in and bring it in here. Doesn't get used in there because the Windows 10 doesn't support the drivers for that sound card no more.
How old's the device?
Well, the sound card's stock with the it's built into the motherboard, but the drivers to run my surround sound that surround sound's from 2002, 2001. I mean, it sounds awesome for having little speakers, you know.
Well, that's good.
It's an old Dell system. I wouldn't buy a Dell now.
Oh, shoot, man.
Pick up an Acer.
AC.
Well, the motherboard in that's an Asus.
They make a lot of boards.
Yep. That's one of those low energy consumption setups. That's why the power supply, I think the power supply was a low energy, used 200-watt power supply was in it, or was built. I put that gaming power supply in there, it's not going to know how to work.
You just upload a video, huh? Tom. Oh, I don't know. It's all fun and games. Until someone loses an eye.
They lose a foot, it's okay. Just don't lose the eye. Don't lose your right hand. You need that for other things.
Yeah, I do need it. Oh man, I don't know what else to talk about.
I was waiting for Bandit Nev to give us a topic.
I don't think that's going to happen. Well, it's pretty close to 8:30 anyway. I think tonight we're going to go ahead and end this on time or a little bit early.
Nobody likes us anymore.
That's all right. It happens. I
Oh
want
yeah,
to thank everyone for coming and everyone who still does come. Okay, side stand shoes. Are they worth it?
side stand shoes.
I'm guessing he's meaning for the kickstand.
Well, it depends on if you get them in high heels. I mean, personally, I like flip flops, but I don't know what shoes. The foot of the side stand, I tend to use like a piece of 2x4 or a plight piece of wood underneath it, or a crushed can. Whatever the hobo has around at the current time.
RNG. Anyway, everyone who came, thanks for coming. As always, I appreciate it. And next week we'll make episode 20. Need to have some ideas for what we're going to do for 20. Any ideas? Leave them in the comments section or send me a message. And we'll try to do something special for number 20.
Like burn down YouTube?
Yeah, everyone burn down YouTube. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming, and we'll see you next week.